Hi there, it's Lori. This is Throwback Thursday, and I'm in my paintings. From 2020 is when I started painting. And it's May of 2020, so you will notice something on our faces. Well, some of our faces. Anyway, this was an online painting class I took at my house with my friend and her son. I think he was 17 at the time. I'm not sure. 16 or 17. He's a tall guy. Well, taller than me now, but as you can see, my friend is tall as well. But before we get into that, I owe you an injury story because we've had 2 days without injury stories. Or did I tell one on Tuesday? Maybe I told one on Tuesday in my ad, but I probably didn't because that was all about Decade Divas. So I decided that we've talked about falling out of the ceiling. We've talked about dropping a brick, dropping a rock, falling off the deck, concussion number 1. How about let's hear about concussion number 2. So, it was 2011. Now, there's a lot of reasons I know that, but it's because of the specific location of when it happened. So, I was going around looking to purchase a home. I was buying my first, just my own place, and I was looking at townhomes because that's what made sense for me. I didn't want to do yard work and that sort of stuff. So looking at townhomes, my sister came along, and I had driven my car, but my sister had left something in the car, and then I went out, got it, and then went back in. Here's the crazy thing. I'd looked at so many places. This is the place I actually ended up buying. So this is March of 2011, more specifically. Anyway, oh yeah, you heard about broken toes and broken bones too. So concussion number 2, that's where we're headed. So I had gone back out to the car on the passenger side to get something for my sister that was left in the car. Or maybe it was even for me. I think it was for my sister though. That's why I went to the passenger side, which was parked up on the curb. I grabbed the car door and leaned down at the same time I'm opening the door right into my face. I can feel it right there. Smacked my face so hard that I gave myself a concussion with the edge of the car door, or the top corner, I think, of the car door. Yep, right there. Had to have x-rays, make sure I didn't break a bone. Yes, confirmed concussion. Still no signs of any kind of permanent damage, but guess that's debatable. Just kidding. I did not have it. My cats are getting fed. Traumatic brain injury. I'm just being silly. So, yeah. Car door right in the face. Right there. Because I have talent. But didn't break any bones. Like I said, nothing permanent on the CAT scan. That's what they did then for that one. I did have one that I had to have an MRI for, so get into that at some point. Yes, I'm just very, very, very talented in the hurt yourself in silly ways arena. There you go. So now we're going to see the paintings, and I'll do the audio. And again, I did this as an online class with my friend, and I think one of the most fascinating things is we were all watching the same tutorial, and you can see how different each of us, the paintings look similar, but they all have their unique style and personality. I feel like crochet ultimately is the same way. So sorry. Everybody has their own flair or whatever that they put onto it. Anyway, I'll see you on the other side. So this painting was an online class. I already had all the supplies myself, and my friend came over with her son, a teenage son. I don't remember how old. And we painted using the tutorial. And it was obviously a moon. I think it was called Moon Rising Cherry Blossoms or something like that. I want to say it was a course through an online, I guess, crafting school, I guess is how I would describe it. So they had painting, they had crocheting, knitting, they had all kinds of classes. Anyway, this is the painting I chose. This is before I really got into crocheting, because this is still May of 2020. Because I had really quickly figured out I loved doing it. This painting very much makes me think of Camille at Camille's Creations, something she would really enjoy. But I would personalize hers. I wouldn't just send her this one. She'd get her own very special version if I did that. But anyway, yeah, it's the cherry blossoms, and there were some different techniques they teach you. But it's just so fascinating to look at the three paintings and see how, even though we were following the same tutorial and they kind of, well, basically look the same, they are all distinctly different. And I genuinely believe that about crochet and knitting as a craft. Everyone's following, many people will follow the same pattern, and each piece is distinctly the person who made it. Like, they'll make it their own in some way or another. It could simply be a difference in tension, but painting, obviously, there's going to always be more variation, I guess, because you're following a pattern, but not exactly. Like paint by numbers, everybody's just going to look relatively the same. But even then, like, your brush strokes can make it look a little different. How saturated you make each spot can be a little different. I don't know if you've all heard the thunder in the background now. It's starting to rain. Oh, actually, it might be hailing. All right, the joys of living in Colorado. It could be gorgeous, and then it could be this. And then in 2 days, we could get a snowstorm. It just, it's how it is. Yeah, it's starting to pour. Here, I'll open this window so you can hear it. Can you hear that? It's beautiful. Anyway, that's my painting, and I wish I knew more about this painting. I do remember it was a course online. I think the tutorial, I think it cost $5, and then we all just, we had our own supplies, and then, because I think you could order the supplies, but you had to plan in advance. I think that's how this one worked. Anyway, I think it's a beautiful painting, and I love it, and it's on the wall just outside of my room. Wow, that rain is loud. Holy moly. Anyway, with that, can I get an amen? And thanks for coming in.